The world feels heavy today. The air presses down like unseen hands. Yet you breathe. That alone is courage. Pain arrives unannounced. It is a thief in the night. It steals the warmth of your morning. It clouds your vision. It whispers that you are weak. But weakness is an illusion. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Feel the weight. Name it. Let it teach you. You are not broken. You are bending. And bending does not mean falling. Silence your mind for a moment. Notice the quiet between your thoughts. It is there, even now, even here. The world cannot touch this space. Only you may enter. Pain has a shape. It curves around your heart, your shoulders, your chest. Do not run from it. Sit with it. Observe it. Breathe into it. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How much of your suffering is thought-made? And yet, even imagined suffering teaches resilience. Even imagined pain sharpens the soul. Close your eyes. See the storm raging outside your window. Hear the thunder. Feel the wind tearing at your doors. Yet you are inside. You are safe. You are alive. Your fear is real, and it is not yours to fight alone. It is yours to understand, to accept, to hold without letting it consume you. Every scar you carry is a story. Every scar is proof of life survived. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your reaction shapes the soul. Your action shapes the life. Loneliness is a teacher. Do not despise it. It will speak truths the crowd never dares. Listen closely. The voice inside you is the one you must answer. Emotions surge like rivers. They crash against your defenses. Do not dam them. Do not surrender. Flow with them. Learn their currents. Ride them toward clarity. Regret may find you at night. It will haunt your pillow. It will whisper what you should have done. Do not let it root in your chest. Breathe. Acknowledge it. Release it. There is freedom in restraint. There is power in choice. Not everything demands action. Not every impulse deserves a voice. Discipline is the bridge from chaos to peace. Your mind is a fortress. Guard it. Fortify it. Let no unworthy thought take residence. The world may betray you. Friends may falter. Trust may crack. And yet, your integrity remains untouchable. Your honor cannot be stolen. It is yours always. Pain is temporary. Even grief is a passing season. Breathe through it. Step by step, breath by breath, you emerge. Do not be afraid of falling. The ground will not judge. It will catch you. And rising is the truest act of courage. Silence is not emptiness. It is presence. It is understanding. It is your soul whispering back your truth. Hope is not loud. It is a flicker, a single candle in an endless night. Yet that flame can guide you, even if the storm rages, even if the darkness seems endless. You are not the sum of your failures. You are not the weight of your mistakes. You are the courage to face another dawn. Step into your life with eyes wide. See the beauty in struggle. See the lessons in hardship. See yourself, unbroken, standing in the storm. Pain teaches. Fear teaches. Loneliness teaches. Grief teaches. And you are the student who listens. You are the sculptor who chisels a life from the raw stone of experience. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Hold this truth close. Let it anchor you. Even the smallest act of courage matters. A step forward, a choice to breathe, a refusal to surrender. These are victories, quiet, hidden, profound. There will be nights when despair drapes over you like a blanket. There will be mornings when light feels impossible. Still, rise. You are more than the sum of your pain. You are more than your fear. You are more than the judgments of others. The soul grows in the soil of suffering. It deepens, stretches, and blooms unseen. Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. And freedom lies in mastery. Your heart can be your compass. Your reason can be your anchor. Your choices can be your wings. Do not measure yourself by the ease of life. Measure yourself by the courage to face it. Measure yourself by the grace to endure. Measure yourself by the light you carry when all seems dark, even when despair whispers, even when shadows lengthen. Remember, every dawn arrives as it always has. The sun does not judge. It rises. Your strength is quiet. It is steady. It is patient. It waits within you, waiting to be called forth. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Embrace the difficulty. It is shaping you. Silence your fears. Listen to your own heartbeat. Steady, strong, persistent. It is proof. You are here. You endure. Pain will come again. Loss will come again. Fear will come again. And you will face them, because you have faced them before. And each time you emerge stronger. You are not fragile. You are not broken. You are becoming. Your mind, your heart, your soul. These are the true terrains to master. They are infinite. They are yours. They are eternal. And so you rise, again and again. Each day a testament to quiet courage. Each breath a victory. Each moment a chance to practice wisdom. The storm may rage outside, but inside you are a citadel. You are the calm in the tempest, the observer of your own fear, the holder of your own peace. The night deepens, and in the stillness a truth begins to whisper. You were never meant to escape the storm. You were meant to become it. Every drop of rain that falls upon you, every thunder that shakes your soul, they are not your enemies. They are your awakening. Suffering is not punishment. It is passage. It is the initiation of the human spirit into its own depths. It strips away illusion, leaving only what is real. There, in the ashes of all you thought you were, you begin to see yourself clearly for the first time, not as broken, but as forged, tempered by pain, refined by endurance. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will always look. That source is your soul, the quiet, unyielding fire within. Do not flee from the shadows. They are your teachers. They reveal what light cannot show. Each time you sit with your fear, you claim a piece of your power back. Each time you forgive yourself, you reclaim your peace." The modern world hides behind noise, distractions dressed as meaning, comparison disguised as connection. But the Stoics remind us that peace is not found in the world's applause, it is found in its silence. There is beauty in the still moment before dawn, when the city sleeps and the sky holds its breath. When you stand at your window alone but not lonely, and realize that existence itself is a gift. Gratitude does not need perfection. It blooms even in sorrow, especially in sorrow. Seneca wrote, "He who has learned how to suffer has unlearned how to be a slave." To suffer and remain free, that is mastery. You will meet betrayal. You will lose what you love. You will stumble through days when everything feels meaningless. But meaning is not given, it is made. Every act of kindness, every word of truth, every moment of restraint is a declaration. I am not a prisoner of the world. I am its witness. The Stoics never promised comfort. They promised strength. They promised understanding. They promised peace not as an escape, but as a choice. And so you stand again, on the edge of your doubt, and you whisper, "I will not yield." You begin to walk, one step, then another, slow, steady, intentional, each step a defiance, each breath a prayer. Epictetus taught, "No man is disturbed by things, but by the views he takes of them." The world is not cruel, it is indifferent, and in that indifference lies your freedom. You decide what has power, you decide what matters, you decide how to see. Your suffering is not your identity, your endurance is, your resilience is, your understanding is. You learn to let go of what you cannot control. You stop reaching for hands that will not stay. You stop waiting for apologies that will never come. And in that release, you breathe easier. Peace is not given, it is built. Brick by brick, moment by moment, through patience, through understanding, through forgiveness. Forgive the world for not being gentle. Forgive yourself for not being perfect. Forgive time for moving too fast. And then, let it all go. The present moment is all that exists. Here, now. Not yesterday's pain, not tomorrow's fear. Only now. This breath, this heartbeat. The Stoics lived as though each day could be their last. Not out of despair, but out of deep appreciation. To live fully is to accept death as part of life. To love fully is to know loss will come. To feel deeply is to risk heartbreak. And yet, to refuse these things is to never live at all. Do not hide from your humanity. It is sacred. Your vulnerability is not weakness. It is your proof of life. Strength is not the absence of emotion. It is the mastery of it. It is the decision to keep walking when the soul trembles. There will be days when you want to give up. When silence feels heavier than sound. When your heart whispers, enough. And that's when you remember. You've felt this before. And you survived. You always do. Each scar upon your heart is not shame. It is scripture, a record of battles fought and endured. A map back to yourself. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." There is power in simplicity. To endure is divine. You begin to see that peace is not found at the top of mountains. It is found in how you climb, in how you breathe when the path steepens, in how you fall, and how you rise again. The mind learns to quiet. The body learns to trust. The soul learns to wait. Not every storm demands a struggle. Some storms are meant to wash you clean. Stand in the rain. Let it fall upon you. Let it take what no longer belongs. The pain, the guilt, the illusion. And when it passes, as all storms do, you will see the horizon again. A faint light, a whisper of warmth, the promise of dawn. You realize then, you were never lost, only becoming. The world did not break you. It revealed you. It carved away everything false, until only truth remained. Morning returns, not with a roar but with a whisper. Soft light slips through the cracks, and the world exhales again. You open your eyes. The same room, the same sky. But something inside you is different now. Quieter, wiser, lighter. You survived another night, and that is no small victory. The mind searches for meaning, but sometimes meaning is simply survival. To breathe through the pain, to stand in the storm, to refuse to collapse. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. So do not waste this dawn. Let it cleanse you. Let it remind you that every moment is borrowed light." You walk outside. The air is cold but alive. The world hums with quiet grace. You see the faces of strangers, each carrying unseen burdens, each fighting invisible wars. And in that recognition, compassion awakens. We are all wandering souls, trying to master ourselves. While the world tests us in silence, pain becomes less lonely. When you realize everyone feels it, the illusion of separation fades, and love takes its place. Do not confuse love with weakness. To love despite pain is strength. To remain kind in a cruel world is rebellion. Every act of gentleness is a defiance against despair. Every moment of patience is a form of victory. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." The Stoic does not speak virtue, he lives it. In every choice, in every pause, in every breath. You learn that control is an illusion, but discipline is not. You cannot command the world, but you can command your reaction to it. So you act with intention. You speak with honesty. You move with purpose. When life tests you, you do not fight the test. You learn from it. You adapt. You endure. And slowly, the noise of fear begins to fade. You start to trust your stillness. You start to find beauty in silence. You start to see that peace was never out there. It was here, buried beneath your own noise. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." So be patient with your becoming. Do not rush your healing. The tree does not demand the fruit to ripen. The river does not force its flow. All things unfold in their time. And so will you. You have cried your tears. You have faced your nights. You have stumbled, doubted, and bled. But through it all, you have remained. You are still here. And that means there is still light ahead. You begin to see the sacred in the ordinary, the way the sun touches old stone, the sound of footsteps echoing in an empty street, the warmth of a stranger's smile. These are not small things. These are the foundations of meaning. The Stoic does not wait for joy. He creates it. In every quiet act of awareness, gratitude is not grand. It is simple. It is noticing. It is presence. You learn to thank the struggle for sharpening your mind. You thank the silence for revealing your truth. You thank the loss for teaching you to cherish what remains. Pain is not the opposite of peace. It is the path to it. Every wound is a window. Through it, light enters. Through it, you learn who you are. And who are you? Not a victim, not a failure, not a mistake. You are a traveler, passing through the valley of experience, gathering wisdom from every shadow. Your purpose is not to win, but to understand. Not to possess, but to become. Not to escape life, but to live it fully, even when it hurts. Seneca wrote, "To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength." So you breathe, and the storm loses its teeth. You accept, and pain softens its edge. You forgive, and peace enters again. You no longer need to prove anything. Not to the world, not to anyone, not even to yourself, because mastery is not loud. It is silent. It is steady. It is a man or woman who has learned to remain calm in the chaos. The greatest strength is composure. The greatest victory is understanding. The greatest power is peace, and peace is yours. Not because the world has changed, but because you have. Your anger fades. Your fear dissolves. Your attachment to control begins to loosen. You stand now in the center of your own storm, unmoved, unbroken, unshaken. This is what it means to be alive. To suffer and yet remain kind. To be wounded and still love. To be lost and still seek meaning. For it is not death that robs us. It is forgetting to live while we are still here. And so you live, fully, intentionally, humbly, You find the sacred in your breath. You find wisdom in your wounds. You find peace not at the end, but in every moment along the way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." And so you do. You rise, you breathe, you live, not as you were, but as you are becoming. Calm, aware, free. The sun climbs the sky. The day unfolds. The pain does not vanish, but it no longer owns you. Because you have remembered, the obstacle is the way. The storm is the teacher. The pain is the path. Evening descends again. The light softens, the world exhales. And you, once again, find yourself alone with your thoughts. But this time, solitude does not frighten you. It feels like home. You sit beneath the slow fading sky. A single star flickers into being. The air cools, the noise fades. And for the first time in a long while, you do not run from silence. You rest in it. You understand now that peace is not found in escape. It is found in surrender. Not the kind that breaks, but the kind that accepts. You whisper to yourself, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." Epictetus said, "Remember, you are an actor in a play. The length of the play is not up to you, but the role, to act it well, that is yours." And so you decide, whatever scene this life gives, you will act it well. You have lost things. You have lost people. You have lost versions of yourself you thought would last forever. But you are still here. And in your endurance, there is beauty. Every ending has been a quiet beginning. Every fall has taught you flight. Every pain has deepened your understanding of joy. You begin to see that nothing was wasted. Not even the tears. Not even the nights of doubt. Because each one built something in you. Something steady. Something sacred. The Stoics did not seek to erase pain. They sought to understand it. To look it in the eye and say, "You do not own me." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." So you begin to revoke it. You strip the world of its imagined power over you. You take back your freedom, not from others, but from your own thoughts, and that is where liberation begins. In the unseen, in the unspoken, in the quiet reordering of the soul, you look back on your journey and see a mosaic of moments. Joy, heartbreak, fear, laughter, silence. Each one shaped you, each one necessary, each one sacred. You smile, not because the pain is gone, but because it made you real. True peace is not the absence of storms, but the calm that stands unshaken in their midst. True power is not domination, but self-control. True success is not wealth or praise, but the serenity of a mind at rest. You realize now, the Stoics were never cold. They were awake. They loved life so deeply. They refused to let fear poison it. Seneca said, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." So you do. You begin again. Every sunrise, every breath, every step. The past is a shadow, the future, a mist. Only the present is real. Only this moment is yours. You watch the sky darken into deep blue. You hear the wind move through trees like a hymn. The world feels ancient again. And you feel part of it. For the first time, you do not feel above nature, but within it, not as a master, but as a participant. The Stoic sees life not as ownership, but as stewardship. This body, this breath, this time, they are gifts, and one day they will return to the earth. So live well while they are yours. Gratitude swells quietly in your chest, not the loud kind, the kind that hums like a heartbeat. You think of those who came before you. Their words echo still. Their struggles were yours. Their truths endure because they were carved in pain, polished by patience, and sealed in wisdom. You are part of that same lineage now, not by blood, but by understanding, by the quiet mastery of self. Tomorrow will come with its demands. The world will press again, the noise will rise, but you will not be moved, because you have built something unshakable within, a place no insult can touch, no loss can destroy, no storm can flood, a fortress of presence, a temple of stillness, a soul anchored in acceptance. This is not the end of your journey. It never is. It is only another breath, another moment, another chance to live wisely. You look at your hands, you see the lines of time etched into them. You see proof of life, of doing, holding, letting go. Everything fades, everything changes, but peace and peace remains, because peace was never something to find. It was something to remember. It was always here, waiting beneath the noise, waiting beneath the pain, waiting for you. So when tomorrow comes, and fear knocks again, you will greet it with calm eyes. You will say, I know you. You are part of me, but you do not rule me. And then, as the sun rises again, you will smile softly to yourself, because you have learned the truth the Stoics knew, that we do not control life. We learn to live within it, that we do not conquer the world. We conquer ourselves, that we do not chase peace. We become it. And in that becoming, you are finally free. The wind moves again. The night deepens. The stars burn silently above. And you, calm, timeless, unbroken, breathe once more.